I'm not gonna touch on the movie so much. I've talked about this for days and days on end. I've discussed how some of these problems that are supposedly problems with the movie aren't problems with the movie at length. I've typed them out, and even when I explain it, some people just still play their ears and refuse to listen. But the reason I want to bring this up is there's this meme going around right now, and it just bugs the hell out of me. And that's that Gwen Stacy cannot be killed off, and there are reasons for it, or that she should not be killed off at all. First of all, why would you waste this opportunity? Yes, it's Emma Stone. Yes, Emma Stone is adorable. Yes, you got attached to Gwen Stacy in the first movie. She was awesome. She was adorable. She wasn't a helpless woman. She actually stuck up for herself. She took risks. She wasn't a coward. She didn't go hide in the corner and wait for her hero to save her. She took initiative. I like that about her. I do. And that's why they did it. And here's why. That it is such an iconic moment from the comics, and it's really what cemented Spider-Man as a real, serious tale. Okay, not just this little, thing that was thrown away. Even though at times it was still getting darker than Batman was at the time. Batman was still in the age of camp, the age where he was emulating Adam West's TV show. This, though, I mean, there were so many tales. The whole drug thing that actually got the Comic Code Authority seal pulled, and the Comic Code rewritten as a result. So much that this series did to influence, comics in general at the time. But this one moment when they killed Gwen Stacy, people's jaw dropped. Because not only did she died possibly, quite possibly, in fact, almost more probably, at the hands of the hero trying to save her. Granted, she would have died either way. It's just that added burden. The fact that he's going to have to live with that for the rest of his life. And yes, make her likable. Make her she had that big of an impact, and frankly, the old Gwen from the comics wasn't as likable as the Gwen in this movie. I'm not saying that she was, disgusting. I hated her or whatever. I wasn't sad to see her go. No, I was, but I would be even more sad to see her go here, and that's why it needs to happen. That would be one of the single greatest moments in cinema. Period. Let alone superhero cinema. Not once have they ever actually killed off the hero's main love interest. Yeah, sure, they kind of comped it with Nolan's trilogy with Rachel Dawes. But Rachel Dawes, she was a character that was literally invented for the movies, pretty much invented for the sole purpose of killing off in the second one. She didn't have too much screen time in the first one, at least in the sense that you would get attached to her. Definitely not enough time in the second to really make it hit home. I mean, it does, but it mostly hits home through the reactions of the other characters to it. You sort of get attached to Harvey Dent and Bruce, and then it's when they're in pain that you feel it, not so much you're in pain because she died. It, this would hit home with audiences so hard that it's not even funny. But then we get to the other piece of the puzzle here. People saying that, let me see if I can read this right. Somebody sent it to me. Oh my god. Well, first of all, it's this concept that Gwen has to die right away in the second movie. There's still so many people that are convinced that the Green Goblin is coming in part 2, even though he's not. They confirmed that. That's the one thing they did confirm. Norman Osborn was not the guy in the room. Green Goblin is not going to be the villain in the second movie. So he's probably going to be in part 3. He's coming. I know he's coming, but he's probably going to be in part 3. But this concept that somehow Peter would be making the same mistake, well, that's kind of another reason to do it. The fact that he did try to stay away, he broke his promise, and yes, he broke his promise. He didn't necessarily die. He breaks his promise, so to speak, because she needed him. She needed someone to comfort her. She needed her boyfriend, who all of a sudden just shoved her away when her dad died. I really don't think I need to explain what's wrong with that. Yeah, and if they keep the games canon, which is possible, um, then Peter was actually just her friend at least until the end of that game. You know. But anyways, eh, there are ways you can do this, and this concept, I've actually heard people try to claim that it's sexist to kill her out because it looks like, oh, she got involved in his hero stuff and she can't handle it, and she. All right, sorry about that. Okay, but as I was saying, unless she, I mean, no duh, Gwen can't really keep up with his superhero stuff. Okay, unless she's some sort of friggin' master assassin that got trained for you. I mean, the only kind of woman that can actually keep up fully with this kind of stuff is friggin' Black Widow, and that's because look at what she can do, and even look at her role. She's far more of a support role, and even when they were in the middle of that large battle, she didn't take part in any sort of giant monster busting. Does that mean she was some sort of helpless, squishy woman? No, it just meant she didn't have a superpower. Neither did Hawkeye, but they still kicked butt. Gwen, look what happened with the lizard. She grabbed the torch and protected herself. That doesn't mean that he still couldn't have grabbed her if he wanted to. And that doesn't mean she could have gotten away. She's not strong enough to. I mean, you're dealing with people with superpowers here. I could understand people getting offended, maybe. And I mean, like, I still don't know how this is truly offensive. But I could understand if, like, it was just some random thug. But I mean, we're dealing with a Green Goblin here. This is someone with strength, speed, regeneration comparable to Spider-Man's, okay? This guy's a match for him physically, a match for him mentally. So yeah, she might have trouble with that. I mean, you're talking about a guy that can lift oh god. Spider-Man optimally can lift 15 tons, run at 200 miles an hour. I mean, come on. Yeah, Gwen Stacy's totally going to be able to just handle it. No, 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 no. That is not even a valid reason. That is sexism, really? Really? I mean, fine, let her try to get away. Let her avoid him. Let her try to escape or so. I don't care. Nobody will. She might. She probably would. This Gwen at least probably would. Doesn't mean she will. Doesn't mean that she'll survive. Doesn't mean it's sexist for her to die in the process. At all. I mean, wow. You want to talk sexist? Really? Oh my god. If that's your standard for sexism, holy crap. Nolan's Batman with Rachel Dawes. Oh my god. Iron Man and Pepper Potts. Oh my god. I mean, really? Holy crap. Really? Like, hmm. That's just funny, is what that is. But yeah, these are apparently real complaints here, and well, I think I addressed those. At any rate, I am going to sign off for now. I'm going to have to edit this together as it got split by accident, and I will catch you guys later. See ya.